Hi, good morning. So this is the Blue Life program. So a little background about me. Back in 2005, I was working with the Watershed Action Volunteer Program. This program was headed by the St. Johns River Water Management District, and it was partnered with the City of Melbourne, Brevard County Natural Resources, and the City of Cocoa. Primarily what I was responsible for doing was going around Brevard County for these 3 municipalities and spreading the word on stormwater pollution as well as water conservation. During that time, I met a lot of citizens because primarily what I did was I went to special events, I did school-age programming, and I did adult education program. So I learned a lot about what the residents, everyday people, know about stormwater pollution. Number one thing that I learned, that Watershed Action Volunteer Program was a mouthful. By the time I got done spitting it out, I had already got that glazed over look. Why? Because nobody knew what a watershed was. 2, I learned that residents had a little bit of familiarity about what stormwater pollution was in itself. Pretty much the idea was that stormwater was the water that was used for reclaimed watering people's plants and things at like Walmart and Target. A lot of people thought that stormwater went to a treatment plant and then it was used as reclaimed water. As we all know, that's not true. Another thing that we learned as going around is that there was a lot of minimal education efforts placed on by the local municipalities. They were doing what they had to do in order to survive their BMAP and their NPDES permits. They wanted to do more. They definitely wanted to do more, but they didn't have the staff or the funding to do it. So what I decided was that Brevard needed to change. We needed one simple, unified program that was boundaryless. Just like water, people do not recognize city limits. They just keep going. So we needed to have something that was uniform, something that people could grasp onto and see and relate to no matter if they were in Melbourne, Cocoa, Titusville, wherever. And we needed to make sure that whatever it was impactful because we needed to change people's behaviors here in Brevard County in order to prevent water from being polluted even further. So I and a marketing executive out of New York City looked at the demographics of Brevard County. We knew that the residents here, we had quite a few of them, 500,000. We knew that about a quarter of them were in the workplace, they were well educated, and they were making a decent salary. So we modeled an approach to this plan. We knew we needed to keep the messaging simple. Why? Because Watershed Action Volunteer was too complicated. We needed it to be straightforward and we needed it to be simple. People were working, they were busy, they had lives to lead. We also knew that we needed to make sure that whatever approach we took, we needed to change the behaviors of the residents. Our future depended upon it. So we decided to create a program that went back to basics. Install a simple cause and effect program. If you do this, this can be the result. If we made it too complicated, then people were just going to get that glazed over look and not participate at all. Next was the time came to create the organizational name. Again, we needed it to be clear, simple, and memorable. We wanted it to include all demographics of Brevard County. That's everybody. We knew we needed it to include children, teens, and adults. While we knew we needed to change the teens' behavior, we needed to grow the children with lifestyles that they could practice for a lifetime. It's easier to grow than it is to change. And we knew we needed to invoke necessary and concern for the matter at hand. So we selected the Blue Life name. Blue because we wanted to resonate with water. And that's what everybody images water to be, blue. Not green, not brown, but blue. Life because we wanted this to be habit forming. We wanted people to adopt this and continuing it on. And just like life evolves, we needed behaviors to evolve as well. Go ahead and start simple. Start with one item and then grow and grasp onto more and more and more as your life advanced as well. We needed it to be habit forming. So the Blue Life became known. We decided that we wanted the Blue Life to make a positive impact for the water quality, not only for us humans, but also for the plants and the wildlife and all of those that depend upon water. Next came the creation of our tagline. Taglines, we know, rarely stand alone. You don't just hear Walmart's tagline. You always see their tagline with their logo. We knew we wanted it to be in concert with other more targeted, stronger images. We wanted it to be impactful. We wanted it to be grasp environmental awareness and empowerment. Our waters, our future became our tagline. This communicates the critical need for all water and how vital it is to our survival. Next, we had to create our brand, and we worked with Rosie Mueller out in Cocoa Beach. Rosie and I and our marketing executives out in New York, we decided that we wanted deep tones that were soothing and calming and reminiscent of water. Nothing shocking, nothing vital, nothing shocking. We wanted our imagery to relate that of water, because water, like people, knows no boundaries. And so we wanted it to continue to flow. Our design became related and identifiable and usable. It provided for personal empowerment. We wanted it to have stewardship. We wanted to make a positive, tasteful statement. And we wanted it to be iconic in nature. We wanted it to grow with people so that every time they saw it, they just grasped onto it and they knew exactly what it meant. We knew that because Brevard County was so professionally based, we did not want it to be comical. We did not want it to be character-like, and we did not want it to be demeaning in any way. So we wanted it to embrace the Blue Life name. And there you go. A footprint. Why a footprint? Because everybody in this world should only leave one thing on the ground, and that is the footprint of yourself and nothing else. Because if you only leave your footprint, there is nothing left to flow off the boundaries and into our waters. Our marketing objective for Blue Life became to establish a meaningful and recognizable brand for stormwater pollution. We wanted to create a unified message. Again, we wanted it to be something that everybody can grasp onto, basically an umbrella that all programs could flow under. And it needed to create a positive lifestyle changes for Brevard County residents. Again, Blue Life. Adopt a Blue Life in order to create blue waters. We needed to build an outreach campaign and a social marketing campaign. We also needed to target K through 12 education because, again, it's easier to grow children with ideals than it is to change those as adults. In 2011, I pitched this idea to all the municipalities in Brevard County. At that time, we had 9 of them that joined us that same day. Within 1 year, the city of Cape Canaveral came on as well, and they became our 10th. The way the Blue Life program works is it's head up with the consortium of all of the governments that you just saw. Then we work with Brevard Zoo and in order to implement lifestyles for residents to adopt. We do not simply target fertilizer because, again, we needed this program to include everybody, and not everybody applies fertilizer. But there are some people that blow grass clippings into the yard. We needed to change those behaviors. There are some people that have dogs, and we know that pet waste impacts lagoon water as well. We know about car washing, we know about sweeping up debris, and we know about auto repair. So we include all of these in our program. We do this in partnership with Brevard Zoo, and Brevard Zoo has implemented a great program in their Paws On area. This has footprints leading into the area, and here children and adults can use oyster shells to document how they are living the blue lifestyle on a daily basis. There is signage throughout the Brevard Zoo, and it has provided us with the brick and mortar home that we needed in order to make this program established. In the past 6 years since Blue Life has been in place, we have done approximately 78 adult programs. We have done over 1,000 school-age programs right here in Brevard County, attended over 350 special events, and ideally reached about 57,000 people. These are our grassroots projects. No matter where we go, we identify with letting the people know that they should only be letting rain down the storm drain and nothing else. Advertising. Our program is made up of a small advertising budget as well, and with that, Andrea Hill does phenomenal work with it. I'll let her speak on that right now.
She's all right. Thanks, Lisa. We actually have about a 6-month window through, depending on the given year, these different channels. So last year we had billboards, we had radio, we worked with Florida Today to do print, and then we have sort of our social media platforms as well. It's about $16,000, $17,000. Over the course of the 6 months, we at least tried to stay on the 2 channels. So we had 8 digital billboards last year that rotated throughout the county. We did over 1,300 cable spots on 6 different cable stations, about $5 a spot, which is great. We 98.5 the beach, just with the ability to leverage with our media buy at the zoo. We'll match 1-to-1 with in-kind. And with that, we're done. And then we did print advertising with Florida Today. So we run from April till the end of September on the vast majority of those channels.
Okay. So questions?
This is some of our marketing that we have done in the past. The top left is the sticky note that'll go on the front page of the Florida Today. The bottom is a billboard ad that we ran. The upper right is a water bill insert that we have mailed out through the City of Melbourne and the City of Coco's Water. In addition, we've also done a survey before our campaign and then after our campaign in 2012 and 2015. And our survey shows that we are indeed making changes here, that anybody that has been exposed to the Blue Life program has changed for the positive to benefit the waters of Florida, Indian River Lagoon. And if you'll allow me, we do have one video that we would like to share, except it's...
I remember when fish here were really big. Yeah, something's got to change. For too many years, we put stuff around, polluted our waters, polluting our ground. But we found out, and it's not hard to do. We're gonna make a change, yeah. We're gonna start living new. It's what we got to do. Change, change, change. It's all up to you, and the little things you do. Fertilizer here, hey, makes the world out of tune. I know it all sounds crazy, so let me tell you how it goes. Come on, girls, help me out here. You put too much fertilizer here, the rainwater washes it away. It runs off to the lagoon bed and feeds on the natural algae, which blocks off all of the sunlight. And now the fishes, they be gone away. It's up to you now. Start living blue now. Change, 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 change the blue.
Hey man, blow those grass clippings back into your yard, not in the road. It works better that way. This way you can put less fertilizer on your lawn. Less is more. Blue Life, our waters,
Our future.
So a 30-second of that music video ran on TVs all last summer, and the summer before that, and the summer before that.
I remember when fish here were
You can watch it again if you'd like. It's so good. So questions for us?
You said you've got, you were able to use a bill stuffer with the City of Cocoa and Melbourne. Is it possible to get a link on their websites, since people go there with water issues?
Yeah, we have links on their website.
Okay.
Inside your package, you'll have the survey that we did. The results of that survey are there. That identifies that people who are exposed to the program have indeed made better progress towards helping the Indian River Lagoon. You have 2 water bill inserts that were sent out, and then also one of our magnets that we provide.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.